What is going on, guys? Paul Ryan back at it again. I hope everybody's having a good night. I'm not sure how I missed this on Monday night, but somehow I did. But Cooper Beebe left the game at halftime with an injury against the Bengals, and it's apparently he won't be playing this week due to being in concussion protocol as the injuries continue to keep mounting for the Cowboys. Of course, we lose DeMarvion Overshown for the season, and now Cooper Beebe's out. It has me wondering: is it time to start Trey Lance? Is the Trey Lance experiment ready to begin? I say that because the Cowboys season is over, right? I mean, after that loss to the Bengals, it was over, and probably honestly before that, it was over. Their chances of making the playoffs were a long shot and then some because not only did they have to win every game, but they also needed some other teams to lose and things like that. So when it's not in your when you don't have control of your own destiny, it's usually not going to happen as far as making the playoffs. And as we know now that the Cowboys won't be making the playoffs. So I wonder, we've seen what we have with Cooper Rush. Why not just start Trey Lance? You pay the guy $5 million. I mean, it'd be kind of interesting just to see what you have because you're gonna have to make a decision at the end of the season. Are you gonna have Cooper bring back Cooper Rush, or are you gonna bring back Trey Lance? I mean, I don't know why you would bring back Trey Lance. You haven't seen what he can do in an actual game outside of preseason, and preseason that's not even a real game. And in the preseason, he didn't really look very good. I mean, he had that one game where it was what 4 or 5 interceptions. Was that the Chargers game or something like that? But yeah, I would like to see the Trey Lance experiment start now because the Cowboys have an important decision to make with both Cooper Rush and Trey Lance both being on 1 year deals. And after this loss against the Bengals, I think, I don't know, I might be ready to move on from Cooper Rush. Reason being is he can win you some games, but he really needs things to go perfectly to win. Like the defense has to be phenomenal almost for him to have a chance because he doesn't really lift the offense up. I mean, there was a point in time against the Giants where we were losing a game, and DeMarvion Overshown was the one who got us the lead with his pick six in that game. And when you just look at Cooper Rush's overall numbers when he is the starter, he's not throwing for many yards. I don't know what his touchdown to interception rate is, but it was just you saw what happened on Monday night. He doesn't make any reads. He's like a one read quarterback, and he's getting rid of the ball the fastest in the NFL, implying to me that he's just almost scared back there. Wanting to get rid of it, not willing to stand in the pocket and make a decision. As much as I like Cooper Rush, I think he's a solid backup, but when I think about what I want behind Dak Prescott, knowing that, hey, he could be, good to miss a couple of games every year from here on out. I'd want a guy who I feel like can win us a game and not necessarily be a Dak replacement, but be somebody where we're not going down 2 or 3 tiers from Dak Prescott, but maybe going down a tier down. And I know that's a tall order to ask. I mean, it's hard to find a starting quarterback, let alone to find a really good backup quarterback. But yeah, just going back to my point, man, I think I'd like to see what Trey Lance can do from here on out. Again, we're not going to be making the playoffs. We have no shot of obviously making the Super Bowl or anything. So why not give Trey Lance some run and see what he can do? Because again, the Cowboys have a big decision to make on what they're going to do at the backup quarterback position. And you trade away a 4th round pick for Trey Lance, and then you turn around and pay him $5 million. So we haven't really seen a return on that investment. And what better time than now to see what he has to offer and potentially what he could do for this team in the future. But yeah, guys. Also, I mentioned the Cooper Beebe injury. As I said, the injuries keep mounting up, but that's unfortunate, man. That's just the name of the season is injuries, and you hate to see it, but hopefully, speedy recovery for Cooper Beebe. I don't know how serious concussions are nowadays. I know that Jake Ferguson, reading a story about him, what he was going through dealing with his concussion, he had a pretty serious one. Hopefully that won't be the case for Cooper Beebe, but of course, wishing him a speedy recovery and all the other Cowboys that are currently missing. I know there was a thought that DeMarcus Lawrence would be ready for Thanksgiving. He wasn't. Then there was a thought that he'd be practicing this week. Mike McCarthy stating that he's not. So will we see DeMarcus Lawrence again, not just this season, but in a Cowboys uniform? That is to be determined, but I'd hate for his last season as a Cowboy to go down the way that it did, especially with the way the season has gone. But we will see what happens with that. But that's all I've got for you guys tonight. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Do you think it's time for Trey Lance to get some run with the season being over? And like this video. And as always, I'm Paul Ryan. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.